Greetings, everyone. This is the official MSME Day 27 Awards and celebration. But before we start the celebration and video, I want to remind everyone about the spirit and the reason why we're here. And it happened by accident, but I always call nothing is an accident, everything is a karma. And so I wanted to show this video just to capture the moment, and then we'll officially start the awards here. So let me do this, okay? And let me go here, and then I want to go here, and then I'm going to go here, optimize sharing. It's not allowing me to share the video. Why is that? Hold on. Let me see if you all see it. Do you all see the video, everybody?
It's coming, it's coming.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, so this is on behalf of all micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. This is on behalf of every single one of us, Moses, everybody that's been working hard, been doing webinars, answering my emails, Guido and Alia, everybody. And more importantly, this is for the young people and for all the hard work and the ICSB team. And I want to just thank Sky, Kyle, Tammy for the incredible work you have done and the nonstop work. And I want to share this video, and I want you all to sit back and enjoy this. Okay?
Amazing. Speaking of traveling, you know we have to get our travel body right once quarantine is over.
Yes, yes.
For that, we need like a gym, you know? So I want to take it to a small business that's been hit hard by COVID, but they are characteristically Jersey strong, and they are called Real Gymm in Puerto, New Jersey. Let's learn more about them.
The small business is the essence of your community. We're all extensions of each other. And when you lose that, you lose your community. I'm Donnie Rock Blanks. This is my son Sky, and we're Real Gymm in Puerto, New Jersey. My father was very instrumental in shaping the individual that I am, and that was strength and conditioning. You know, he trained fighters. When I was very young, I grew up in the boxing gyms. He always told me, you master your body, you master your mind, you master your soul. That's why I said, you know what, this is what I have to do. This is what I was born to do. So he grew up in the gym.
He had me in the gym at like 10 years old, lifting weights. You know, I was like with my friends, they're like, what are you doing in the gym? And I'm like, I'm lifting weights, doing, you know, power cleans and everything.
So when a kid is physically fit, no matter what size they are, they start to build a certain self-confidence. And then you reinforce their feelings, their ideology, how they feel about themselves, and that makes them a better person. Sandy was a rough time. We survived that, you know, as a community. Everybody came back, you know, the surrounding community, Union Beach, Keyport, you know, standing together. As far as my business is concerned, we were struck by lightning. I had to come back from that. You know, we had to redo the infrastructure of the building. You know, every time we come back bigger and better and stronger. In my old community where I grew up in Rahway, New Jersey, in a housing project. They were really hit hard in Rahway with COVID. I lost 3 good friends from my old neighborhood, you know, guys around my age, a little bit older. It's been really hard. You know, a lot of people, you know, don't believe the numbers, but I know 10 people right offhand. My uncle, he passed away at 47 from COVID. So it's, you know, it's been a tough time, but not just for me, you know, the local businesses. This is a small town. Even the largest businesses in town are really mom and pops, and it's affected them immensely. You know, it always starts at the bottom and it works its way up to the top. That's where, you know, you would go to the old bakery and you knew the baker. You go to the shoemaker, you knew the shoemaker. You go to the pub, the local pub. We're all extensions of each other. So it's very important for people to give back. You have Nemo's restaurant, you know, just to put a shout out to him. He's a great guy. You know, he might not survive this. Drew's restaurant, Lenore's restaurant in Keyport, New Jersey. All these small restaurants, you might not survive, you know, the COVID. It's been a really hard time for the community. But like this community's always done, they're standing together.
you gotta stay positive. I mean, that's, you know, you take advantage of all the situations that arise. The crisis, you find opportunity in the crisis, and you build off that. Me coming back from school and being forced to be home with my brothers, my family, you know, even though they drive me crazy, you know, we took opportunity, you know, and started building. And you see that happen. You know, our community is very strong, especially in Jersey.
Definitely Jersey strong all day.
Jersey strong, baby. Let's go.
Or Real Gymm and keep putting in Jersey.
With that, Mr. President, I give the floor for you to start the award ceremony. Mr. Ahmed.
Thank you, Ayman. Thank you, everyone. And lots of friends around. As Winslow and Ayman always say, we're physically distant, but we are socially together. So I'm very happy we're all here today celebrating MSME Day. This is Ayman's, he calls it his happy hour. So I hope you all have your, I have my Coke here, so I'm okay. So it is a normal tradition that every year on MSME Day, we present on behalf of ICSB and its board, what we call the ICSB Presidential Awards. And these awards are given to people who have really made an impact. They've made change. They've been leaders, thought leaders in their disciplines, in their countries. We have lots of great examples of people doing great work throughout the world. So I will pass it over to Ayman to start announcing them. Normally it's like a crystal thing we hand over, but this time it's a badge. But I hope when this COVID-19 pandemic is over, we meet up or we actually ship it across maybe. Yeah. So I pass it to you.
Yes, great. Thank you very much. Very much. Okay, here we are. Ahmed, you want to start?
Okay. So this is the ICSB awards, the presidential awards. Myself and well, this is because I'm president. I made the decisions on this time. They normally we have a committee doing them. But, there are lots of people who've done great work, and I thought it is adequate that we really recognize all their efforts for all what they've done. So our first presidential award for 2020 goes to.
Next slide.
Drum roll. Amy DeNoble. Can we hear some? You can clap, by the way. So,
I want to see if she might be available. Hang on for 1 second.
So Ayman, do you want to tell them the story? Why?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Mr. President. I'm going to buy some time here so Alex can go find his better half here. So we were in Miami at the GEM conference, and we were sitting and talking about what's going to happen next. And Alex was telling us that he was going to cancel his CEAS conference, his California Entrepreneurship Educators Conference, and that it's not going to look good, and it's just he's very upset, and there's a lot of partners and sponsors and all the work. And then Amy turns around and looks at him and says, "Why don't you do it online?" And he looks at her, he goes, "Well, you know how hard this is and how much work, and I don't know how to do it online, and it's just impossible. We've never done such a thing, and it's going to be difficult." And she goes, why don't you just do it with ICSB? Ayman's there. Ayman will help you." And so he goes, "Oh, well, let me think about it, and we'll come back to you on it." And then a week later or 2 weeks later, he sends me a message. He goes, "Let's talk." And then I said, "Okay, let's talk." And he goes, "I've been thinking about it, Ayman." And Amy's right. Is Amy here?
Amy is now here.
Oh, Amy, I was putting words. Amy, please share to them exactly what you told Alex when we were in Miami about the conference. Please share.
I said, "Why don't you do it online?"
and
that was the reaction. You're like, "No, we can't do that online."
So, and the next thing we know, we turned the California Entrepreneurship Educators Conference to an online conference. And as of now, before the Academy launches theirs, we have the world record of the largest online entrepreneurship educators conference ever held, with over 1,300 people, 800 organizations, and from over 70 countries or so. So With that, Amy, you have been nominated to win the ICSB June 27 Presidential Award, and we want to congratulate you on a great idea. And look what you have done. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, you have a plaque coming, but it's in the mail.
Thank you. That's
Okay.
so sweet of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
President Ahmad.
Yes. Hello. How are you?
Hi, how are you, Amy? Congratulations.
Decision on a presidential award.
Thank you. Wow. I'm honored. I'm truly honored by this. This is really fantastic.
Thank you very much. Okay, next award, please.
Okay, thank you.
Is Stanley there?
He's probably fast asleep by now.
Yes, I think it's very late here. Stanley Au is the honorary chairman of the World SME Forum here. We had a great event in Macau in December with over 700 attendees, and it's just been an incredible event he put together. We will be sharing the video as well. So it's just been incredible. His team, Brenda, and everybody, what he's done in Macau was just truly unbelievable. And more importantly, we now have 2 events, the World SME Forum that will usually happen around December, end of November, right? And the ICSB World Congress. So literally what he has managed to do is to help us create another landing spot for all the world to come together. So we want to thank you and we welcome you. Thank you very much. So let's give him a big round of applause, everybody. Great. Let's go with the next award. Here, Ahmed, I think you'll take lead on that one.
Yes, my dear friend Hermawan Kartajaya. Hermawan is our true leader for ICSB in Indonesia. He's done great work over the past years and years. He's established a very strong affiliate throughout all Indonesia's cities, towns, and even villages. I have had the honor and the privilege of attending their national conference last August. It was a great event for me, and it was a lifetime experience. I truly enjoyed Indonesia, and Hermawan, your leadership is much appreciated. And all of us appreciate your support and appreciate the work you're doing in Indonesia. Well done, Hermawan.
Yeah.
Hermawan, would you like to say something?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ahmed. So I'm surprised to receive this award. When you told me that I have to be here, I didn't anticipate anything. But I really want to have so many chapters in Indonesia. Now we have more than 40 chapters in Indonesia, and we are organizing also the UN SME Day, big in Indonesia. And when you came to Indonesia last year, you saw by yourself that ICSB Indonesia is grassrooted to all the SME. And now we are helping Korea to rebuild the new ICSB, to support the new ICSB. Go ahead, Ayman, go ahead, Ahmed, go ahead, Winslow, go ahead with the new ICSB to create a new platform for the new SME after COVID-19. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you. Thank you.
Very well. Thank you very much, Hermawan. Next slide, please. Ahmed?
Our next award is to a dear friend and colleague who supported ICSB's activities in Egypt for over 10 years. And she has been working, well, let's say tirelessly. She puts a lot of time and effort into what she does. She's detail-oriented. She's moved from her organization, ILO, where we have a great partnership, to another new project working for the American University in Cairo. And on behalf of ICSB, I'd like to thank Amal and present her this award. Amal, thank you very much. Are you here, Amal?
Amal, I saw her in the room. Amal, are you there?
Yeah, hi, I'm there. Actually, I'm commuting from Cairo to the suburbs, going back home. I was doing some errands for my mom this morning, and I was sort of generating business for a lot of SMEs. I did like a lot of shopping from more than 10 SMEs for courtesy to my mom. So I think I've been celebrating the day very well today. I'm really honored by the award, and it's a great pleasure to be working with ICSB and with the partnership. And I would really like to honor someone in relation to this award, and I would like to dedicate it to a very, very avid entrepreneur who lost her life this year as of COVID-19, engineer Mona Al-Khoderi, who has been a success story, and we have all heard from her on our EES events. So I would really like to pass this over to her. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anna.
Thank you. All right, let me move the next slide. Yes, Ahmed?
Well, Adnane has done a lot of work in supporting ICSB. He's been preparing for a World Congress in Paris, which was supposed to be next week, but it's been postponed to next year, so he has another year to prepare. So I'm very happy with what you're doing for us, Adnane, and we appreciate all the hard work you're giving and the time, obviously, and the effort. And we appreciate the partnership with your school and with yourself. So this award is for you, Adnane. Thank you very much.
Adnane, are you there?
He's having lunch.
Yeah, Ayman and Ahmed, thank you very much. I'm really surprised. Thank you very much. What I can say is just ICSB, a fantastic family, and I'm really proud to be a part of this family. Thank you for your trust, Ayman and Ahmed and Winslow, and I hope to see all of you in Paris next year in good condition from 12 to 17 of July 21. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let me go to the next slide. Yes, Mr. President, let me take the lead on this one now.
Go ahead, Ayman.
Right. Mr. Guido here, and he is the most, person that doesn't like the limelight, doesn't like the attention here. I had to use his better half to bring him here, right? And so she threatened him, so he's here. But I want to just make sure that everybody knows this. Without Guido and his work and his guidance and his ability to maneuver the UN maze here, we wouldn't have had the World MSME Day here. His ability to work, his ability to engage, his ability to move many people here is absolutely fantastic. He has been an absolute great partner, a very dear friend of mine. He's always helped ICSB, always come through, and he's always been kind to us. And Guido, from a heartfelt thank you from me to you, from ICSB to you, you've been fantastic. And this MSME Day wouldn't be here without you. So we really recognize you here. So let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you very much, Guido.
Thank you. Thank you, Ayman. Thank you, Ahmed, Winslow, everyone. Just, well, I knew something was coming when Analia told me we have to be in the event, and I know you, so Ayman, I know something is coming up. But well, it's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to work with you, and we know each other now for 4 years. The first time you came to the ambassador's office, and many of the people here were just names in the first meeting, and now we are like family. I know many of you in person. We see each other every year, and now virtually this year, but we'll keep seeing each other for a long time. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we're back to his better half. So he's there. Analia has really led the way in helping ICSB shape its social media, its online presence. It's the way it examines itself. It's how it connects to the world here. She is a multi-talented visionary leader that talks about sustainability, talks about social entrepreneurship. She does many things here. She was instrumental in helping us in Argentina when we did the social media with the President's Office, with Ruben and Maria, Fernanda, and it's just an absolute fantastic. I just want to share a small story with you, and this is just to show you her power and her vision. We were getting ready to go to Taiwan for our World Congress, and I sent her a message, a WhatsApp saying, Analia, I would like to create a global MSME report. We have less than a month, and I want it launched in Taiwan on June 27th. And she goes, I'll make it happen. You get me the reports, and I'll make it happen. What you see in the global MSME report, the design, the framework, the pictures, the way it's placed, the way this is all Analia's work. My work is to just find the leaders and the researchers in this, but everything else comes from her. She's just incredible. And it was funny, I was in the middle of a meeting and I get a message on LinkedIn, and she's keynoting in Arabic, in an Arabic webinar with Tatweer Mas. So I just start laughing. I'm like, she speaks Arabic. Now she speaks Arabic, not Spanish, English, now Arabic. So I've decided to call her Cleopatra. So that is just, you need to just to call her Cleopatra from now on, right? And she does everything. Every time I'm in trouble, I email her or WhatsApp her saying, hi, Analia, I need help. So Analia, you've been absolutely a fantastic partner of ICSB. We want to thank you for all your work. We want to especially thank you for the Global MSME Report. This is your signature here, and we want to just absolutely say, wonderful job. Wonderful job. Thank you very much here.
Thank you,
Analia. Yes.
Thank you, my dears. Ayman, Ahmed, Winslow, Adnane, well, all the friends of ICSB. It's like family, working with family, so that's really awesome. And I think that we have a lot of ahead to impulse them, MSME Days, sustainability worldwide. So we are working with the journal also of the GIPS, of the International Council for Small Business. So it's really a pleasure. And also, well, the conference in Egypt, that was amazing for me. That was a really nice and great experience. And I'm really glad to be part with all of this family, Dia Yusuf too, all the family of ICSB.
Great, thank you very much. And this is also our first husband and wife presidential award. So we're making some history here. So congratulations on that. And also, if you want to call her Analia or Cleopatra, all goes. Thank you very much. All right, and next slide is, let me just make sure, Dr. Jeffrey Alves. I'm not sure if he's online or not, but Ahmed, you want to say something?
Well, Jeff has been a great support for ICSB since he was in the board and president, and since he was president of ICSB for over like 10 to 12 years. Jeff is now editor of our new journal, the Journal of ICSB, JICSB, and he's, you know, what can I call him? And you call him up, say, Jeff, I need that. And he does it. You know, he always responds positively to any requests we have from him. I know he's going through a bit of a small surgery. I hope he gets well very soon. And Jeff, we all are praying for you, and we will see you very, very soon.
Thank you very much. Jeff Alves did a minor surgery. He tore his biceps, and the official statement is that he was in a major boxing match with a world champion, and he punched him too hard, and he tore his biceps. That's the official statement of why he is not here. The unofficial statement is he fell off a ladder and he stopped his fall using his biceps. So I would go with the official statement, everyone, and do not mention the unofficial one. Okay, next slide. Next slide is Dr. Norris Krueger. He's an amazing person. We also call him the Nicholas Tesla of entrepreneurship research, with his fantastic ideas, his brilliant ideas. He is going to change the way we look at professors and researchers. He thinks in a different way, and he brings brilliant ideas to us here. And we're going to be working with him extensively on a new initiative starting in the end of July here in the MVP product and minimum viable product here. So we're just delighted to have him here. He has a following, he has a great ideas. And Ahmed, I want you to maybe just say something as well.
Well, you know, I listened to his webinars very recently with ICSB, and, you know, the feedback we're getting on what he says is like, you know, he's talking a different language. He's our new type of professor. I'm not an academic. I'm very, very interested to, you know, listen to what Norris is saying. And I know there are a young generation of aspiring entrepreneurs who will learn a lot from him. So hopefully we'll have more and more work with Norris in the future.
Thank you very much. Okay, then next slide. Let me just go to the next slide.
Is Norris here?
Norris, were you there?
Yes, he's here. Do you want to say something? No?
Norris.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Well, you know, I'm honored that a lot of people have seem to like the Tesla line. Some of them don't know. They wonder, did he invent the Tesla car? But it's. I feel like today it's like one of the, you know, the basketball Olympic dream team and to all the great people on it here today, and with ICSB, I'm on the dream team, and I'm like the water boy. I mean, if Newton said it best, if I've seen farther, it's because I've stood on the shoulders of giants, and there are a bunch of giants even on this call today. So
thank you.
And,
thank you.
And what are we doing tomorrow, by the way? I don't want to go home.
Let me go to the next slide. We let the cat, let me go to the next one here. And I'd like to do this award, and then I'll give it to Mr. Ahmed Osman. This is a small historical piece here. In 2016, when we were at the United Nations, when we were making the official announcement and the proclamation for the United Nations to create an MSME Day, and I don't know Guido was there or not, but we were there. And we were in the room, the ECOSOC room, and we were making this proclamation. I didn't know he was there, but he was there, he was live, he was in person in that room when we had this dream. And 4 years later, because of all the things that happened here, I started seeing him come to our webinars. And then I reached out to Moses. I said, listen, I see you in our webinars all the time. And you're in Kenya. What? He goes, yes, how can I help you? This is great. I like what you're doing. So again, as I do to many people, I message him late at night and say to him, Moses, I need a webinar. Please have a webinar on Kenya. And he's been fantastic supporting ICSB. He shared a lot of knowledge. He comes to our sessions. He helped put the global MSME was one of submissions for there. He is part of history, and he made history with us. So we want to congratulate you on this award, Mr. President.
Moses, you know, your work, you're an example of why we are going global with ICSB. We want to reach lots of developing countries. We want to make impact. We want to make positive change to the livelihoods of lots of people in Africa. I myself am from Africa, in Asia, in Latin America, everywhere. So Moses, thank you for all the great work you do, and carry on. You know, there's still a lot to do. Thank you.
Okay, let me go to the next one. Well, I know she's not here because she told me she's on vacation. So, we're going to take this award and send it to her here. But again, this is from Amal, her great connections at the ILO. She introduced us to a great human being, a great person, Susana. And did you all watch today's presentation from the ILO? Did you all see it? It was absolutely incredible, the work that was done here. So the ILO are our partners in the youth initiative here. Susana, I know you're on vacation with family. We enjoy your vacation here. We'll congratulate you again when you come back. But well done. Ahmed, do you want to say something?
Yes, I want to thank Susana and you know, the initiative, Decent Jobs for Youth. We signed up to it last, was it in May 2019 in Rome. And our ICSB academies, our online academy coming up next month is part of our commitment to training lots of young people. We believe in the power of youth, and this is a great initiative from ILO, and we really commend Susana for all the great work she's doing. And thank Ahmed also for the connection.
All right, next slide. Let me see the next slide here. Yes,
Ahmed.
Oh.
Okay, so our next award is to a dear friend and supporter and partner. He does a lot for ICSB in Egypt. He's organized or co-organized with me the ICSB World Congress last year in Cairo. He's always there, very supportive. He also is the chairman and CEO of one of Egypt's largest microfinance companies. He does a lot of work on supporting you know, necessity entrepreneurs through his financing schemes. He has lots of great work he's doing, and this is Amr. This is a very, very late recognition for you. You've done great work for ICSB, and we really, really appreciate it. Is Amr here?
Thank you, Ahmed. Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead, say something. Yep, go ahead.
Thank you, Ayman, for organization. Thank you for all the effort in the past months. I'd like to say that because I didn't have a chance to tell you that you've been doing great work, although we've been having this COVID-19 over all of us, pulling us down. I'd like to dedicate this. Before I dedicate it, I'd like to thank Ahmed Osman because like he took the organization in Egypt into better positioning, involved a lot of practitioners and a lot of academicians and entrepreneurs. He's doing the same for ICSB, and I'm very glad with what's happening. I'm continuing to support. I'll continue to support as much as I can. And I'm dedicating this award for the micro entrepreneurs who have suffered. I'd like you all to support all the micro entrepreneurs and the small entrepreneurs in your areas, in your countries, because they have been affected the most because of this crisis. They need our help. Thank you again.
Thank you. Amr has been fantastic. He's come to Italy. He's come to Washington D.C. He spoke at the U.S. Congress. He's been to all over the world with ICSB. He's traveled the world with ICSB here. So he is absolutely great contributor and supporter of ICSB. Thank you, Amr, very much for all your hard work. Let me go to the next award. Okay, Ahmed.
I think you should talk about yourself, Ayman. So Ayman. So Ayman's been working for ICSB for how long is it? 12 years now, Ayman? 13 years?
12.
And he always does a lot of hard work, and he always is, preparing awards, and no one has ever considered giving him an award. So Ayman, what you've done since the COVID-19 pandemic for ICSB is a great transformation. We have gone digital very quickly. If we had planned to do it, it would have never gone that quick. COVID-19 has, affected lots of lives in a positive, in a negative way, I'm sorry to say, but it has affected you in a positive way. You've been very productive, webinars every day, articles every morning, gazettes, writing magazines, and Ayman, I, as president of ICSB, really appreciate the work you've been doing over the past years. It was your idea to go forward to the UN and ask for a UN name day, obviously with the support of the mission of Argentina at the United Nations and the past president, Ph.D, when he was president in 2016. Ayman, thank you very much on behalf of all of ICSB's board and all of the members worldwide. We appreciate your work, and I ask you all to give Ayman a big round of applause.
Ahmed, can I say a word on?
Of course you can.
I mean, I've known Ayman now for a number of years, but over the last year, it's really, our relationship has escalated to new levels. As we discussed earlier on, when my wife suggested going virtual, I said, in my mind, I said, impossible. How do we do something like that? I don't even know where to begin. But it was, with Ayman's encouragement, we started teasing out a way to think about how we could possibly do it. And he assured me that ICSB would be a partner in this endeavor. And because of that, I think not only have we created something special with our own conference, but what it has spawned in so many different ways. And I've seen the creativity, the innovation, and the drive and the willpower that this man puts into every effort to boost what we do as a global community. So it's really a pleasure and an honor to celebrate this award with you, Ayman. Congratulations.
Hi, President Osman. May I say something before Dr. Tarabishy accepts the award? I would also add that that ICSB has really become, an MSME type of organization in terms of how it quickly adapts to the conditions at hand. And so just by observing the key role that Ayman plays in the day-to-day and the vision, and it's not just from a theoretical point of view, but it's from an actionable point of view. And he ropes in everyone, and he's like the maestro to an orchestra. He has the music, but also he lets you know what role you should play, whether you should play the tuba or the violin, and he brings you in at a particular time. And so I just want to applaud his work and applaud your leadership, President Osman, to allow Ayman to continue to do what he does best, and he executes. And so I just want to give a big round of applause to Dr. Ayman El Tarabishy for this award.
Also, Ahmed, if I can say something, Guido, here.
Please.
Just two quick comments regarding Ayman, now knowing him professionally and as a person. First, professionally, most of you know my ambassador, Ambassador Garcia Moritan. He's very nice, but he's very perfectionist and he's very strict and he likes things to be done well. So the first time we had the MSME Day event with Ayman, we were like, okay, what is going on? There's a lot of people. Ayman is asking a lot of issues. Will he deliver or not? That was a lot of questions. I had pressure from my ambassador. I can tell you that after that event, whatever Ayman asked, my ambassador supported. He trusts completely in Ayman, and my ambassador does not trust in everyone so easily. So that talks about Ayman professionalism in working, and also as a human being. Most of you don't know, but my ambassador got ill with COVID. He spent 40 days in a ventilator, but he survived. He's a fighter and he survived, and now he's recovering at home. And Ayman called every day to check how the ambassador was doing. Even when I had no news and I was telling him every day, but he called every day. I got a 5 p.m. call when he was recharging the battery of the car, asking about the ambassador. So that's also how good of a human being he is. And in the mission of Argentina, most of the people have been changing during the year because we are diplomats and we come and go, but everybody knows Ayman. Every time he comes to the mission, everybody says hello, and we all know him and his family now. So a well-deserved award.
Oh. So I know you're trying to do this intentionally to make me cry here. So, but I'm gonna withhold this. So you're evil people. I'm not gonna accept this award, but I'm gonna accept it on behalf of Sky, Kyle, Tammy, Jordan, Michael, and everybody Nick. You don't know Nick yet, but he's the one that created our videos here. Everybody that I work with on my team here, that we work together here, this wouldn't have happened without them. So we're one voice here, and I want to thank them all for your hard work. I know Kyle had an exam yesterday and he's doing the badges, and Tammy is emailing everybody, making sure that this event happens perfectly. Sky is creating all the different things here. This is just incredible. And I want to thank them all. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. And I want to also personally thank every single one of you that's on this here and that has helped with ICSB here. And this really takes everybody to come together here. I want to personally thank Ahmed Osman for his leadership of ICSB. It's been a challenging year, but full of opportunities here and for us. But he's been a rock solid with ICSB and where he wants to take it, and he's guided us through the storms. And I want to personally thank him with here. And I also want to thank Winslow Sargeant and my partner in crime in a lot of the things that we do here with getting people involved and engaged and coming here. So you guys have been excellent stewards of leadership. Hermawan, Ruben, Keyshawn, I can go through the list. Jeff Alves, Taylor and Francis, everybody. There's so many people to thank here. But I promise you this is going to continue, and we're going to probably have more and more of these events, and we share the successes. And I'll stop here because now I'm not crying anymore. I'm good. I recovered. I'm good. So let me go to the next slide and just move away from me. Yes. What a coincidence. It's my partner in crime here, Winslow Sargeant here. Ahmed, I'll give you the floor first.
Winslow, since he became part of Ayman's trouble half, okay, 2015, 2016, Winslow has been very, very supportive to ICSB. I personally appreciate all the work you're doing for ICSB. Ayman, I know, bugs you 24/7. WhatsApps, phone calls. I always find you up at 3 a.m. Cairo time doing work, Winslow, which for ICSB. So I really appreciate the work you're doing for ICSB, the way you present our organization globally, and hopefully once your presidential term starts, you'll take ICSB to another level. And I really, really thank you for what you're doing. Ayman, do you want to say something to Winslow?
Yes. We have so many stories between Winslow and I, but I'm going to share one story with you just to show you the commitment and dedication of Winslow here. We were invited to go to Finland in November, and it was cold, freezing cold, and we were part of the invitation on the startup event over there. That we were invited to go jump into the Baltic, right, for an evening, right, where it's below zero. I don't know, freezing cold here. And I told Winslow, I said, Winslow, you go to dinner with Prince Constantine, but then come back because we were invited to go to this, and everybody's doing it, so we have to jump in the Baltic Sea for a swim. And Winslow says, Ayman, I don't jump in the Baltic Sea. It's too cold. I'm like, you have to do it for ICSB, right? You have to sacrifice. So he ended up we're going back to the hotel. He said, okay, let me quickly go change. I'll get my trunks and I'll come back. And then he went in the hotel and he hid behind one of the pillars or the poles in the hotel, not to find him to go. But eventually we did find him. He got in the car. We went to the event and he actually jumped into the Baltic Sea and froze. And then we had to put him next to the fire to unfreeze him. This is how much dedication he has to ICSB. He was willing to freeze for us. So with that, I want to show you how committed he is. Dr. Winslow, would you like to say something now?
Can I just add one thing, Ayman, that both of you left the conference on the Red Sea in Egypt and were snorkeling during your sessions, both of you. And I got a photo on WhatsApp. We were looking for you everywhere and you were diving in the Red Sea.
Yeah, thank you.
Winslow.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the award. Thank you, President Osman, for the award, for your leadership, for the kind words. It's an honor. It's been a joy to be part of such a great team, working with Ayman and Keishan and just Alves and Alex and across the board, Sky, Michael, Jordan, Tammy. I know that I'm going to leave someone out, but it's been a great team. Amr Abou Elazm, Ahmed Shalabi. One thing that I really appreciate being part of ICSB, President Osman and Ayman, is that your vision is so big and it's so large. You know, one thing that I take away is that I remember very early on that we would discuss where we wanted to go. We wanted to, wanted to go to the UN. We wanted to speak before the U.S. Congress. We wanted to invite such many speakers, and these speakers are high-level speakers. And I had first thought that the ask was too much, but I quickly found out that it wasn't. And so just being as part of the team, my vision or my expectation is so much higher now. And so I just want to thank you for being part of the team and also just to allowing me to just watch you, how you execute, how you put in the time day to day and plan and how you're bringing ICSB to a global level. And so I just want to thank you for that award again.
Thank you. All right, let's next slide here is, let me see if I do. Okay, let me start with this. Dr. Alex DeNoble, are you there?
That's okay.
Alex, as he mentioned here, is a person that's extremely eloquent here. He has put together one of the best USASB conferences I've ever attended here. He has vision, he has a strong value system, and he has a great way of executing. And he has a strong core. And I really appreciate the work he does, the contributions he does, and how he brings everybody together. His attention to detail, his attention to execution is just incredible. I learned so much from Alex and the way he does things. And a lot of things that you see from us doing today is based on a lot of things that Alex showed us how to do here. Mr. President? Ahmed, are you there? You want to say something?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Alex, the work you've done for ICSB as SVP of Partnerships is appreciated. All the work you're doing, the California Educators Conference this year was, for us, a great success. You've reached over 1,000 people in many countries of the world. We can say the developed world is very fortunate, because if COVID-19 hadn't happened, none of us would have been able to convene and learn a lot I think we have lots of educators in Egypt, in Kenya, in South Africa, and lots of developing countries who've learned from your conference. And I'm sure that in the next years, we'll give a lot more to ICSB and our knowledge hubs and our conferences and our research. And thank you.
Alex, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you so much. I'm very honored to be recognized this way, and the work that we're all doing and the people that you've honored today with your presidential awards are all difference makers, people that fundamentally believe that we could collectively make a difference to build up our global community of micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises, from the practitioners to the policymakers to the educators and to the researchers. We all have our roles to play, and it's an honor to be part of this global effort. And thank you for this very special honor. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Alex. Let me go to the next slide here. Okay. Eric Liguori. Ahmed, you want to say something?
Well, Eric has been a great partner for ICSB. He was the past president of USASB, obviously, and Eric has done, he's attended many of ICSB's conferences. Last year in Cairo, he was here with a big group from USASB. We appreciate the work we've done with Eric, and we also appreciate the work we will do in the future with Eric. So this is a small token for Eric and all his efforts. Ayman, you can add what you've heard.
Yeah, and Eric has been a great contributor to ICSB in many different ways, from the academy to presentations to attending our conferences here to our knowledge hubs. So he's just always helping us lead the way here. So Eric, thank you very much for all your help. I know you have an event that you had to go to, so he might not be with us here right now, but we will communicate this to him. Let me go to, I think we're almost getting ready. Let me just go to the next slide. Chantaline, Ahmed?
Well, Chantaline is always part of the ICSB's global movement. She flies around to many of our conferences, giving keynote speeches, giving her energy. You know, she's very positive in her approach. She supports SMEs globally. We appreciate the work we're doing with Chantaline and with UNTAD and with all UN agencies. And this is a token from ICSB to your work and dedication in supporting the micro, small, and medium enterprises.
Thank you very much. I echo the President's remarks, and just go to the next presentation here. Tony Mendes. Why don't I let Alex do this first? Alex, why don't you go ahead and introduce Tony Mendes?
Tony is an amazing man. Tony, I met Tony many years ago when he was working at the Kauffman Foundation, and they initiated a social entrepreneurship venture or a program, and that program helped launch our efforts at our university, at San Diego State University, to really play a big role in the field of social entrepreneurship. Tony has since helped USASB create social entrepreneurship endeavors, and now heads up ICSB efforts in creating and administering our social entrepreneurship certificate program. We launched a version of it here at the California Educators Conference, the Entrepreneurship Educators Conference, and Tony was gracious enough to launch it from here, and I expect big things in the future. But Tony's work is absolutely critical and impactful. So thank you, Tony, and well deserved.
Thank you very much. I echo Dr. Alex's DeNoble's comments about Tony. Is just an incredible human being and helps lead us with our certificates, especially the social entrepreneurship. Mr. President?
I thank Tony because he's been a huge support for ICSB. He travels globally to teach the social entrepreneurship certificate. I think it was 2016 he did it here in Egypt, and it was very, very successful. And Tony is a great man. He just is very kind-hearted, and we really appreciate the work he does. Thank you, Tony.
Okay, let's go to the next one. And Eissa Al-Rumaithi, he is a pioneer. He is one of the first people to call ICSB and bring 27 leading young students from United Arab Emirates University. He brought them for 2 weeks in Washington, D.C. For a week, and then we went to the United Nations, to New York, and he exposed all these young leaders from his university, from the United Arab Emirates, to see what ICSB is about, to see the vision and mission and ambition of ICSB, and also to learn about the UN. It was televised nationally in UAE, and we look forward to more collaboration. This year we postponed it because of COVID, but hopefully we'll continue doing more with UAE. They hosted us in the World Congress in 2015. So absolutely fantastic here. Mr. President?
Yes, I remember the group from UAE who came last year to Washington and New York. I think we had sessions in New York and in Washington and at the UAE embassy, and bringing young entrepreneurs or potential entrepreneurs and students to have real life experience through a 2-week boot camp, if I may say, where they learned and they saw and they visited different places was a great thing. And thank you, Eissa, for all of this. And we look forward to doing this again in the future.
Great. And then let me go to the next slide then. Oh, here you go. The next one is Miss Vicki Stanley from Australia. She has been an incredible partner of ICSB. She's done one of the most powerful webinars on the state of MSMEs worldwide and comparing it to other countries here. She's come to our events in the United Nations and traveled the world with us to Washington, D.C. as well. So an incredible person to work with ICSB from Australia, and her contributions and her knowledge and her network. She's also coming forth with two new K-hubs here. So just great work, Mr. President.
Well, Vicki has been a great support to ICSB in her capacity as Vice President or Senior Vice President over the last 2 years. And she is, creating new models and products and services for ICSB. And we appreciate all the work Vicki has done. And, she's traveled a lot for ICSB all around the world. She came to Egypt, Macau, the US, and it's a long journey from Australia to travel to places. So thank you very much for all the work you've done, Vicki.
And I'm not sure if Vicki's there because it might be very late there. I think this, okay. With that, Mr. President, we have concluded the awards ceremony here. Maybe closing remarks and we end the day.
Well, I would like to thank you all for making the time, different time zones, different, morning somewhere, evening somewhere else. I know Indonesia is after midnight. So thank you to everyone there. Jackie, Dea, Alex, everyone, thank you for a great day. Analia, Guido, thank you for all the work you've done for ICSB. Thank you to our new members also who are joining through our new membership system. We are reaching new people, new footprints, new grounds. And thank you to our executive team, Ayman, Tammy, Kyle, Sky, everyone else. Thank you very much. It was a great day. Happy MSME Day, and I look forward to engaging with you again in the very near future. Ayman, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We want to thank you all for joining us for the MSME Day, June 27, a day of action here. I want to thank you for all the presenters and contributors to coming to this. And we conclude MSME Days now. And with one last request, go engage with MSMEs, go buy from them, go thank them for their work. And we look forward to a very productive program moving forward. And I'll tell you that on Monday, we have a special webinar with the arts and entrepreneurship to show you that we are moving in many areas here. So we want to welcome everybody to engage with us, to please share your ideas with us as we build a stronger and broader ICSB. On behalf of everybody that attended both days and all micro businesses, I want to thank you. Please stay safe and let's end the session. Thank you, everybody, and goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you, Amman.
Bye-bye.